My name is Christian.
My name's Daniela.
My name is Talia.
And our final project that we decided to do for this class was, do you live at home with your parents? So we chose this project because we decided to do a little bit more research as to knowing the percentage of the students on campus or our peers or our coworkers, if they still live with their parents and how high the percentage is. Our data represents the percentage of Americans between the ages of 18 to 34 that are currently still living with their parents, and our alpha was 0.05, which is the standard. So for our sampling procedure, we started off by writing down the question and asking our students, and our coworkers and people outside of the community if they still lived with their parents, and the population that we stated was all Americans, and the sample was 60 random people. So to avoid bias, we decided to pick a variety of ages, different genders, and ethnicity. In the chart here, you see that 32 people said yes, that they did, 28 said no, and the total would be 60, and we did a graph that represented the percentage of yes and no.
From the credible article that we found, it had stated that 32% of Americans still lived at home with their parents. So our HO is equal to 32.1%, and our HA we believe is greater than 32%. When we checked our conditions, it was random. We asked 60 people, 20 from school, 20 of our peers, and 20 just out randomly. And the condition for a large sample applied. For the big population, all the conditions were met. Our P is 32.1, our P hat is 53%, and our P value is 0.002.
0002.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went ahead, we plugged in into the calculator, displayed it here, showing our test. As you can see, our p-value was 0.0002, so you wouldn't really be able to honestly see it at all. So it'd be impossible. But from here, our z was equal to 3.522, and our p-value was stated at 0.0002. This is just another way to present it, so it makes it a little bit easier to understand. And on the next graph, slide down. Since our p-value was 0.0002, and you honestly weren't able to see it, and since it's way less than alpha, which is 0.05 at this moment, we rejected the HO. So in our conclusion we wrote, we reject the HO. There's statistically significant evidence to reject HO since our p-value was 0.002, and I wasn't done.
Oh.
And we concluded that the proportion of people who live with their parents is greater than 32.1%. So now we will. All right. So in our confidence interval, we try to show our work a little bit, and when we plugged it in, our intervals were between 0.4071 and 0.659. So it's basically saying that we're 95% confident that between 41 and 66% of people still do live with their parents. So our paragraph reflection was, after taking the time to do this research project, I was able to learn a lot from this, or we were able to learn a lot from this. We had the expectation that honestly that many Americans will still be living with their parents, but we didn't imagine that it'd be this much. We didn't imagine that our percentage would be so much higher than what we thought in the beginning.